38. And let's see if we can get some of your stories out of the way. You can give us a call and let us know which stories are catching your attention. Well, President Hakainde Hichilema says he is impressed with the results of the country's mineral resource mapping so far, stating that Zambia's resource endowments are overwhelming. And President Hichilema says he hopes that the country's GDP would have doubled by the time he leaves office in 2031. Speaking at the official opening of the Invest in Zambia International Conference 2025 in Lusaka on Wednesday, President Hakainde Hichilema stressed the need for legal and safe mining practices.
Speaking of President Hakainde Hichilema, he shared yesterday that he paid a visit to the Nigerian High Commission to express our heartfelt condolences to the government and citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria following the passing of His Excellency Major General Muhammadu Buhari, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. President Buhari was a leader of principle, renowned for his steadfast dedication to combating corruption and upholding democratic values, a legacy that will continue to inspire not only Nigeria, but the entire African continent. May President Buhari's soul rest in eternal peace. President Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia. So he signed the book of condolences yesterday.
All right, and lawyer Jonas Zimba is challenging Ino Kavindele to name the regional presidents who were demanding the legal cases against late former President, who is former vice president, excuse me, alleged that while having the negotiations for the repatriation of the late former president's remains, some regional leaders wanted government to drop cases against Lungu's family in exchange for his remains.
And the state has entered a nolle prosequi in a case a former Ministry of Defense Permanent Secretary Stadi Mwale and 5 others were facing criminal allegations relating to the purchase of the presidential Gulfstream G650 jet. I think you remember this story.
Yeah.
Prosecutors from the Anti-Corruption Commission SEC informed Lusaka Chief Resident Magistrate Davis Chibwili that the Director of Public Prosecutions DPP had entered a nolle. The magistrate informed the accused that they were free to go following receipt of the nolle prosequi. But soon after Mr. Mali and others stepped out of the courtroom, the accused persons were re-arrested by law enforcers. There is a possibility that the state has new evidence linked to the case. Mr. Mwale and others were charged with 4 counts of willful failure to comply with the law in relation to buying of the presidential Gulfstream jet.
All right, and the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, ZAMSA, says its members of staff are being... ZAMSA Senior Manager, Corporate Communications, Bradley Chingobe, however, says he hasn't seen or read the contents of the forensics audit conducted by PricewaterhouseCoopers against the agency and therefore cannot speak on its findings. A forensic audit conducted by PricewaterhouseCoopers has revealed massive price inflation and the irregularities in medicines and medical supplies procured by ZAMSA under the mop-up exercise.
I've had conversations with some civil servant friends who say that sometimes they see deductions on their pay slips which are just from out of nowhere. Well, government records between 15 and 25 erroneous loan deductions involving civil servants every month. Acting Minister of Finance and National Planning, Chipoka Mlenga, says some public workers suffer pay without conducting thorough verification before effecting deductions. He was responding to Iteji Member of Parliament, Twambo Mtinta, during the questions for oral answers in Parliament, and Mr. Mtinta asked if government is aware that some teachers and health workers were getting deductions for loans they did not get. He also wondered what government is doing to curb the illegality and how the victims will be assisted to recover their money.
And Attorney General Mulilo Kabesha says if the Constitutional Court had declared Bill 7 unconstitutional, it would not have given them any further directions on the matter. And Kabesha says that the government is studying the court's judgment, stating that only the Constitutional Court had the jurisdiction over constitutional issues.
And the Road Development Agency, RDA, has disclosed. RDA Chief Communications and Corporate Affairs Manager, Anthony Muloa, has disclosed that the project has resulted into the creation of 3,510 jobs for the locals. Mr. Mloa said when he inspected works on the project that the number of jobs created has exceeded the initial plan of employing 3,000 Zambians. The project to upgrade...
So wait for our front page. Give us a call on 0212617140.
The Tabloid Front Page. Welcome to Front Page for all your local news stories on the Sunup Breakfast. Front Page. Exclusive to Sun FM.
All right, 0212617140. Good morning. Good morning. You're live on Front Page.
Morning, Mr. Steve and my sister there.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Suwa. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Yes, Ndora Tiwe Karekwe. Kwena kutosera kubuteko. It's true. Na ingisha abantu abengi milimo. Elo we will benefit as a nation because uyu musebo wali ulabomba kwena. Ekirefu ayikape kyakwe bati quality ya musebo. Bafile bata consider ko bati nowadays tukumsha potreni kutende finti fyasi na tubonje musebo. So ufile wabo musebo ungekala kwati uwalipo imyaka waiki kwena kutitya cyatuwesha kuna ngoshiri civil servant na icyara abashani. We muntu we mwineweka ufile waipima live within your income. So we muntu ngo yapoke nkongole wapoka loni elo nombole tuntukanya tukuteko bukufuje ko. To me I think it will be unfair. Kutichaba very much unfair muri iyo nshira. Then ira ndeba cyo.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 0212617140 and 0769122851. All right. Text message line is 07